Are you ready for the star of the show? Where are her friends at? Let me hear you, friends. Not bad. By the way, why is she here? How is she doing this? Just so you know the story. What, right? What happened? So we have a mutual friend who's not fucking here tonight. Thanks, Celeste. But anyways, Celeste is a good friend of mine, and she was at my house, and I said to her, hey, I'm in the market, I need some more virgins. Do you know anyone who thinks they're funny? And she was like, oh my god, I have someone who thinks she's hilarious. And I said, but they need to not be like an aspiring actor, I don't want that. And she was like, no, she has a real job, she's a lawyer. I'll call her right now. Called her, Anne answered immediately, answered the phone. She says, hey Anne, I just want to let you know I have you on speakerphone with my friend here, we have a question for you. The words that first came out of her mouth were, and I quote, what legal advice does she need? What kind of friends? You guys don't call her to say hi? Alright, you're all here, you're amazing friends. Are you ready for this moment? Sisters in the house, you're going to be amazing? Yep. Please give a very warm welcome to our Virgin of the Night, Anne Clark.
Thank you, Nicole, for inviting me to be part of this show. And some of you here may know Nicole, and if you do know her, you know that she is renowned for her punctuality. She's very much on time, all the time. Those of you who know me know I'm not. But that's okay, because as you heard, I'm an entertainment lawyer, and in that aspect of the entertainment world, no one's really on time. You know, if we have a conference call, lawyers are 5 minutes late, the agents are 10 to 15 minutes late, so that works for me. But the first time Nicole texted me to say, let's talk about the show, can I call you at 7? And I was like, great, call me at 7. And then at exactly 7:00, my phone rings, I look at it and I see her number, I'm like, what the hell? She's actually calling me at 7? I was like, incredibly rude, like you have zero respect for my time. Thank you very much. My being late is not really my fault. It's actually hereditary. It's passed down on the mom's side. That's what my dad taught us anyway. And one of the best examples of my poor, very always late mother is that when she was in labor with my sister Ellen, the labor was progressing very quickly, and my dad was getting very nervous because she was not getting ready to come out to the car, and he went back to the bedroom to find out what's taking her so long, and he finds her very carefully putting on her pantyhose. And he's like, Mary Treese, what are you doing? The baby's gonna come out looking like it's about to rob a bank. True story. Yeah, but my mom, even though there were so many of us, as you already heard, she worked so hard. She worked day and night. She was always exhausted. But even so, every single night, she would take the time to read to us. And so we'd snuggle up in bed, and she'd get her the Dr. Seuss, and she'd just start reading, and it would be big A, little a. What begins with A? Aunt Annie's elegant. Like immediately asleep. I know you're laughing, but it's not. It's actually really sad. It's like kind of tragic because none of my siblings, none of the Clark kids have any idea how any of these books ended. No, we don't. We have no idea. I'm serious. Like, where are the wild things? I mean, did the moon have a good night? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. But so eventually there were 7 kids, and as you heard, my 4 sisters are here tonight. And what Nicole didn't mention is they all flew in from the East Coast, all the way from DC for this show. Back up here. So with 7 kids, my parents had to get pretty creative about how to maintain the balance of power in their favor. And one of the things that they did was they would just randomly, about every 4 to 8 weeks, we never knew what was going to happen, they would say, all right, Anne, Ellen, you're switching rooms. Pick up your stuff. Ellen, you're going to be with Mark. Anne, you're going to be with Megan. So we gather our meager belongings and walk down to our new bedroom and our new roommates. And it made for some interesting conversations with friends because back then, well, I should explain something. Back then, we would have friends come over and play. Nowadays, I understand kids have dates. They go on play dates with each other. It's really kind of scandalous, but it was a much more innocent time. So our friends we didn't date each other. We just played with each other. And so they'd come over, and you know, inevitably one of the friends would say to us, "Oh, let's go play in your room." And they'd say, "Which room is yours?" And we'd be like, "That one?" Oh no, we never do. But so my last boyfriend left me for a stand-up comedian. You know, it's true. It's not a joke. I just thought it was relevant to the email. Oddly relevant. Yeah. But you know, so sometimes I wonder, you know, why am I still single? And I was talking to an ex-boyfriend of mine, and he was telling me about his new girlfriend, and judging from the stories he was telling, she was certifiably insane. And so I said to him, I said, ex-boyfriend, I mean, I knew his name at the time, probably knew his name at the time, I'm just not telling you it now, but anyway, I said, you know what, I had a revelation as I listened to the story. I was like, I get it. I know why I'm still single. It's because I'm not crazy enough for you guys. That's why I'm still single. And he looks at me and he says, Anne, I can't tell you for sure why you're still single, but I can promise you it's not because you're not crazy enough. And we're still really good friends, actually. Anyway, but it's not that I never have a good date. Sometimes I do. So I've had some great dates, actually. In fact, I was on one first date with this guy. We're about an hour and a half into the date, and it's going amazingly. The conversation is fascinating. I mean, I'm having a great time. And it's literally as if I'm thinking this. There's a thought bubble appearing above my head saying, I'm on the best date of my life. This is the best date I've ever had. There's never been a better date. And just as this thought bubble appears, he says to me, now ask me something about me. That's actually a true story. Anyway, so right about now I'm seeing 75 thought bubbles saying, this is the best 5 minutes of stand-up I have ever heard. So I think I'll stop now, and thank you very much.